Isn't he lovely? There are some elephants just through there, but I can't go in there, of course, because we're on the northern edge of where we can go. Look at that tongue. Beautiful blue tongue. Now, nice question here. And the Latin name, of course, of a giraffe is Giraffa cameloleopardus. Now, Dean, you're in New Hampshire, and you want to know whether, because of that Latin name, they are related to camels. They are not related to camels in the slightest, Dean. The name cameloleopardus does absolutely come from camel, and leopard means looks like a leopard. So leopardus looks like a leopard and a camel mixed together, and that's where the specific name, part of the Latin name comes from. They're not related to camels in the slightest. They only have one other extant member of their family, and that is the okapi, which is a very strange looking creature that comes from the Central African rainforests. So very nice question, but they don't actually resemble, or they certainly are not related to camels in the slightest. I don't know what is related to camels. Ooh, right, okay, everybody, there's a leopard at the Juma Pan. We're going to drive there at an incredible speed. Rusty is going to be put through her paces. I'm not sure if Brian will be on the back by the time we get there. We hope so. I will be either. Right, we need to... Where am I going? Hang on, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. We need to take the road down here. Dust. Bye-bye, sorry. So there's a leopard at the Juma Dam. If you want to see it, look at the Juma Dam now. Now, please pay attention to me very carefully. If the Zoomy who's watching it can please get a little piece of the horizon, that would be wonderful. And just try and find out which direction it's going. Left of your picture is north, right of your picture is south, straight away from the picture is east, and towards, or the camera is west. Okay, you got that. Left of the picture north, right of the picture south, away from the camera is east, and towards the camp behind the camera is west. Here we go. Still at the pan. I'm getting updates from Final Control as we speak. Looks like it's Karula. Not sure what she's doing there. Probably just having a drink. Thirsty work being a mum. You'll excuse me not looking at you. I just do want to get there quite quickly. We're probably about 5 minutes out at this speed. Maybe 7. I hope she's very thirsty. Oh, it's also apparently a male leopard near Gallagher Shortcut. Stations, my radio has been down. Reports of male leopard around Gallagher Shortcut. Please can I have an update on that?
One English, I think 62 Funhouse. Corona, it's not my daughter, it's Corona.
Okay, copy. What's the position?
Where are you from?
I'm on
western side of the galley there.
I'm on Sandy Patch. Text. Okay, it sounds like it's just Karula. I'm not sure. Not sure.
Yeah, it's Karula. She's just put Zamachi here, and Okay, copy. Yeah,
Alright, and look what we got for you. We got family of dwarf mongoose. And I must be honest with you, this property has got a lot of dwarf mongoose. I absolutely love them. They're one of the most charismatic of the predators that we have out here. I think only something like an elephant shrew would be better. They always look like they're up to mischief. Now, we feature them quite a lot on the show, and that's only because there seem to be very healthy populations of dwarf mongoose. And now, without joking or anything like that, they live in about a square mile, so not a lot of territory, and they'll have numerous den sites. And this is this particular den site for the evening. They will absolutely change den sites quite often because being the size that they are preyed upon themselves by python, by puff adder will take them, eagles, honey badger will even try. I've watched leopard kill them before. So definitely, although they eat a vast majority of things out here, anything smaller than them, they also get preyed upon themselves. Have a look. There's a sentry, obviously, in the entrance to the den. They do cooperative breeding, very similar to a lot of birds around, in that only an alpha pair, alpha male and female, will have babies. The rest are made up of adolescents and sub-adults, and as soon as those adolescents and sub-adults mature, they go off to start their own territories adjacent to, and in some instances a little distance away from, their natal territories. They defend their territories against other clans, I suppose you'd say it. What would you call a mongoose? What's a collection of mongoose?
Maybe a gang. I know
a
meerkat's a gang.
Meerkats are gang. That's what Andrew says. Meerkats are gang. Be interesting to know what a collective noun is for a group of mongoose. I'm sure I've known it at some point in my life. I can't absolutely tell you what it is now. You're welcome to send that piece of information through and I'll share it with everyone. But have a look. Very inquisitive and quite bold, actually. I mean, we're sitting in a vehicle many thousands of times bigger than what they are, and they're not showing the least bit of fear. But I know James is wanting you back with him at the moment, so I think let's quickly cross over to James so he can share what he has. So James is still having these gremlins cut again. I'm sure he'll sort them out in a little bit. So for now, you're unfortunately stuck with myself and Andrew and what seems to be there we go. I was just about to say an empty termite mound. James has got his picture back up and running. Later.
Look how lucky we are. Look at that there. There's Karula, it would seem, and there's a male just the other side there. He's gone into the dam wall there, and we think that was Tingana. So we're right here at the Juma Dam. Just going to move forward. I think this is Karula, is it? Yeah, it's Karula. Isn't that fantastic? So you've seen her twice today. She's quite far from where at least Steph saw her, probably about 3 kilometers. Or 2 kilometers as the crow flies. Marking territory, looking very healthy, as Steph said, which is wonderful. And you can maybe hear the monkeys going crazy. Alarm calling at her. There were impala alarm calling at her as well. What a stroke of luck this is. We're going past a vehicle full of people and they're not even interested in the leopard. They're just staring at the camera, absolutely gobsmacked. right, what I'm going to do is just get around the corner here so that we can watch her coming towards us. We might get a nice view of her here, Brian. There she is. Beautiful shot of her there. What a stroke of luck this is, everybody, to see this leopard twice in one day. Doesn't happen all the time, does it? Looking very healthy indeed, I think. Hello, James Taylor. You want to know if leopards recycle their den sites or if they go back to the same den every time. James, it depends on the den, depends on whether they were disturbed there or not before. Den sites for leopards are not actually that sort of thick on the ground. There are not many of them. They're like caves. They're like very large hollowed out logs. They don't use termite mounds normally. Now, I know we saw her excavating in a termite mound and possibly thinking about using that as a... I'm going to just start the engine in case we have to move. And so, James, unlike the hyenas and wild dogs, which of course have just about every termite mound burrow at their disposal, leopards are not really the same.
Yeah.
And here goes Karula. Right, the other leopard seems to be coming this way as well. He's coming towards the causeway, which is that kind of inlet that we walked past. I'm going to just see if she goes onto the road or not. Let's just find out. Because I'm definitely not going to go bashing through here after her. There's just too many trees and sticks and things in there. Especially if there's another leopard in the offing. But isn't that a beautiful shot of the queen? That's just lovely stuff. She's very clearly been hunting successfully. Marking territory. Pat, you're in Tampa and you want to know if Karula would have to worry about that male leopard going after her cub. Pat, yes, possibly, except that it's Tingana and so therefore most likely to be the father of any cubs that Karula has. So normally not then, if that's the case. I'm just hoping that she's going to pop out onto the road here. Especially if you're watching on the VR rig, eventually. This will be a wonderful picture to the left of the leopard over there. That's stunning. Sammy in Texas, you've made the observation that the leopard spots get bigger towards the back than they are on the front. There's pretty small ones on the back feet there. They're the biggest in the middle of the leopard. Sammy, I don't know why that should be the case, to be honest. I think it's just to probably break it up, so that the spots are not particularly regular. And if they aren't regular, it means she'll be more and more difficult to see. Sorry, Brian. Jackie stopped there. Now you can see in the flat light like this, there's no sun shining on her at all. She's not easy to see. She'll happily stand out, just sort of framed by the trees there, as opposed to underneath them, because it will be difficult for anything to see her framed there. Right, I'm going to leave her if she goes down any further towards the drainage line there. It gets very thick. Just flicking that tail tip to tell the alarm calling birds that she means them no harm. And what we will try and do is go towards the male. So I think...
Can I join you because you're making this? Yeah, I come right on the eastern side of the dam wall.
I'm just going to get an update on how many vehicles there are with the male. Andrew, how many vehicles there with you?